Hey everybody, it's EJ Samuel from PAFootballNews.com, and oh my goodness, is this gonna be wild. We are at Pittston area. I have had this game circled. I was on break last week. I had a bye week myself. I needed a bye week. And a couple of things to say about this. One, we've been here before, okay? And if you'll recall, last year, we saw them play Wyoming area. Wyoming area won the game, but that rivalry game was here. And it was tense. One of the reasons that it gets so tense up here is because the fans are so passionate. And not only that, but this is one of the more passionate student sections around. On these videos I've been doing for the last year and a half, we've been able to see so much. And I think what I want to show you here is something. Look at these kids are already here. Come to the top lot of the Pittston area school, of the high school, and you get to see this. All of these kids are getting ready to come down here. They're all getting ready to come down into the stadium. Look at this. Guy's got he's painted pink.
Breast cancer awareness month.
Look at this.
Look at this.
This is wild.
You want to see a good game of spike ball right now?
Oh, he's gonna play spike ball? He's gonna play spike ball? These kids are playing spike ball.
Whoa!
Woo!
Biggie Mills! Biggie Mills! All right.
They're chanting Biggie Mills because if you'll remember, we work with Jake Mills.
Jake Biggie Mills.
He wanted to be here very badly, but he let me come and see this. I wanted to see this game too, so. How long have you guys been here?
2 hours.
2 hours? Bottom line is these kids like their Patriots, so this should be a little interesting, and you'll hear how loud they get during the game too. Do you have anything you want to say to Wilkes-Barre before you get in?
Good luck. Wilkes-Barre should just know the Patriots. We're calling for pink out energy.
Coming into Brody Spindler's house.
They like their Brody Spindler. That was a genius move, by the way. Say hi.
Yo, hi.
This is wild. Kids are still showing up. Look at this. This is wild. We got to go into the stadium because I got to get my spot on the sideline, but you're going to see more of these guys. The other reason that I was going to say that why this is kind of crazy is because you walk into a place. Now, when you think of Pittston area, historically, they're not Scranton Prep, right? They're not. And they know that. That's why I admire them so much, is they know what they're capable of. They're not going to put too much. They'll take as much as they can get, but they're not going to put too much stock into it. But these kids, I mean, every single year, they're a 2-win team or an 8-win team or a 10-win team. They support their guys. When you're in Patriot country, you're in Patriot country. And if you're not rooting for the Patriots, you better look out. Let's get into the stadium and we will break this whole thing down. A couple things I just want to say before we start this whole thing. I want to go over two things. One, the game in itself. There are a couple of keys that I have heard mumblings about around here. And two, I want to tell you some stories about Pittston area and why it's so special to specifically me. Now, I didn't go here, okay? But I've had a couple of things happen here. First off, I marched, for those of you who know, I marched in Dallas's marching band from 7th grade to my senior year. And you'll have to excuse me, I'm a little sick. Anyway, so my first game that I did away, I marched on this field. It's the first field that I marched on that wasn't Dallas's field. And back in the day, the lights were not the lights that they have here now. They were they were 3 layered. There's 3 layers of lights. And then they were bright, but they were notorious for being so bright that they lit up the entire sky. Like, sure, all the lights do, but these were it was the brightest. You could barely see when you were on the field. I don't know how the players played. Actually, it was what prompted me to get transitions in my glasses so that I could, whenever I had to come back to Pittston area, we could march on the field without being blinded. I was a center snare, so I was the main beat that all the band listened to, and I had to watch the drum major. So that was a fun thing. Another thing is, I called 2 games here. I called the season that Pittston beat Wyoming area and then hosted its first home playoff game. I was here the day they clinched their first home playoff game. I called it on Max 102. It's actually how I got into radio and how I got into broadcasting. I got hired on what was previously Max 102, WMQX. It was 102.3. I'm still in radio today, as you all know. But this is where it started. This was one of the best games. And the funniest thing about that game is Valley West isn't like this now, but their previous coaching staff, I was in the media press box where they told me to be. And Valley West brought so many people that they split their offensive and defensive coordinators and all the coaches, and they put them into my box. And literally, they got mad because they tried to kick all the media out. Some of the media went out, and I said, no, I have sponsors. I'm on a broadcast. And I was told that I needed to leave. And in the middle of the second quarter of the Pittston Valley West game that same year, they unplugged my Comrex, which is what we use to broadcast, in the middle of the game. I will never forget that. It actually happened to me twice. It happened in Wilkes-Barre area too, but we won't talk about that. Look, this is such a fun place, man. My brother ran his greatest race on this track, and I just love being amongst all the Pittston area fans because they're so into it, man. And I love it because this is small town football. These are the raging Italians that just love their football. And let me tell you something. If you want to see a game, come see these guys play Wyoming area here. Oh my goodness. Fireworks fly and they get nasty because they love their team and they don't like Wyoming area, which is setting up to be a pretty cool game. As a matter of fact, I think Jake Mills is calling that or getting that game covered. Anyways, hey, I want to talk to you
Ladies
about
and gentlemen, your marching wolf pack.
I want to tell you this. Brody Spindler, 0 for Pittston, and Lucas Lepresto, 1 for Pittston area, are both going to be big, key components of how Pittston area moves the ball. Wilkes-Barre, my main guy to watch, is probably Jake Al, right? It's got to be. That's all I got to say for right now. This is going to be insane. We got 8 minutes and 50-something seconds before they start the game. Players are going to come out in the field soon. As a matter of fact, I think the flags are getting ready in position, which means the players are coming out. This is going to be insane, folks. I'm excited. Let's get into this, man. Wow. Halftime here, 24-3 Pittston area. I mean, What do you say after this? If you're Wilkes-Barre area, you got to be clinging on to anything you possibly can find, because, I mean, Pittston area has just been so explosive on offense. First off, it's Lepresto. It's Lucas Lepresto. Has been so great on offense. I mean, here's a guy that is just so elusive. Wilkes-Barre can't bring him down. And not only that, but their secondary has had so much time, yet so many problems to kind of try and track him down. And it seems like he's got 2 or 3 guys that are supposed to be like defending him, and all 3 of them lose him. And he's wide open. Or he's double covered and he still comes down with the ball. The kid just doesn't miss. He just does not miss. So that's been great. I got to tell you, could be the best player in the Wyoming Valley Conference, because he's the best all-around player. He plays offense, he plays defense. Brody Spindler. Oh my goodness. And the kid also does not quit. Period. I mean, like, kid is constantly getting sacks, putting pressure on the quarterback, and then you play him on offense, and they're like, "Hey, Brody, we need like 3 or 4 yards, and it's like 3rd or 4th down. Can we trust you?" I mean, he scored off of a fake punt, and still, if they're going to run the ball to get a first down, it's pretty much a guarantee. No one is stopping him. He's a bruiser. He's so big. So that's wild. Anyway, I don't know, man. Wilkes-Barre's in trouble, big time. Unless they make adjustments, this is not going to be good at all. That's all I will say about that. Okay, I'm going to take you into the press box really quickly, because I want to show you what the press box looks like. But you got to promise to be quiet, because the guy's talking right now. Okay.
And the returning 2024 Pittston area homecoming queen is Cassie Cody. Cassie is the daughter of Joe and Becky Cody of Pittston Township. She is currently attending the now gets to the goal line and
Hey everybody, EJ Samuel, PAFootballNews.com. I'm here with Brody Spindler, the wrecking ball. He's from Pittston area. They're victorious over Wilkes-Barre. Brody, everybody kind of figured the ball was going to you, because you've just been on a tear as of recent. Well, you didn't quit. Even some of those runs where people thought you were dead in the water, you pick up 4 or 5 yards. What's your procedure? What goes through your mind when you're running to get those extra yards and keep pushing?
Just keep moving my feet, hold on to that ball, and just keep going. I know my O-line's behind me, pushing me. I'll be fine.
You know, you and Lucas Lepresto have become an offensive duo of weapons for this Patriots team. How special is it knowing that you've got other pieces around you that help you succeed here?
It feels great just knowing that it's not just me and my O-line. I have more weapons. I have Lucas. I also have Billy DeSoy, had a great play over here, and it's just amazing.
Finally, huge win over Wilkes-Barre area. The division is just that much closer in reach. You made a statement win tonight. Any just thoughts on the huge win?
This win's over. On to the next game. That's all.
Straight to business. This is Brody Spindler, PAFootballNews.com. Patriots over Wilkes-Barre.
Way to freaking fight to the end. Way to fight through the end. Okay? All those things we've been doing for weeks have built for this moment. Okay? It built for this moment and victory, man, right? Right?
Alrighty, that'll do it. 31-24 final. Pittston beats Wilkes-Barre area. You know, this is a huge win for Pittston because they beat a 6A school. I mean, that's no slouch. And Pittston has not really been able to do that, get those clutch wins at home. And this season, they've just been cooking. So, not only does this solidify that Pittston is essentially going to win their division, but on top of that, they also have solidified that they are the dog to beat in the Wyoming Valley Conference. I mean, besides, you could say Berwick, you could say Wyoming area, but Wyoming area has fallen. They have fallen. And I guess Pittston has too, but not as recently. And Berwick is undefeated. I guess they still technically are the ones to beat, but I would like to see a Berwick-Pittston area game then. Now that I want to see it. And I also can't wait to see Pittston-Wyoming area, because this now sets that up very nicely. So, just so we're clear here, I think Pittston area kind of slammed it down today. Here's why. If this game was a blowout, we might have been able to say Wilkes-Barre wasn't that good. But Wilkes-Barre hung in there. They were not like a slouchy whatever team. They were convincing, and Pittston still stopped them. Even a couple of times where Wilkes-Barre had a dang good opportunity to come back, and Pittston did not let it happen. So, I'm sorry. A team that fights adversity has a heck of a lot more respect to me than a team that just goes in and blows everybody out. Because blowing somebody out doesn't prove a lot of things unless they're all good teams, and you're not going to play all good teams. Conference play, you're bound to play somebody terrible. Not saying Pittston hasn't. Just saying, I think Pittston's the real deal. So, hopefully that proves something to somebody. Anyways, and as we normally do, as we walk out, we'll walk out of the whole stadium, field and all. See? Nice stands and all that stuff. It's cool. They got a good thing going here. Stadium's nice, facility's nice. They call it the Trip. I love that. They call it the Trip. Security's got it going. Food's good. I didn't get a chance to do a snack stand haul of the day, but I've had their food here so many times. It's good, and the band is also great, and I like supporting them. Again, some other things that I just wanted to cover. Parking's interesting. It's not like you can't get a spot. It's just get here early, because it's like a main road that leads out of the driveway. And I'm now gonna be sitting in my car for who knows how long. And look at this little field house. I got the bathrooms, I got all of this stuff, and we got JBC. Sorry, I met some friends. Anyway, just to finish off, this has just been so wonderful because, these games are character building games. I love what Pittston area's got, like I was saying. And not only do they have the community behind them, they got heart. They're a good football team. And no slouch to Wilkes-Barre area. Ciro Cinti has those boys completely on schedule. And Pittston's good. It's not like they lost to some bad team and deserve to get screamed at. They are good. Pittston is. So Wilkes-Barre going to continue to push. I think they still are ahead in 6A. I still think they're ahead in 6A. I'd have to check the standings, but regardless, they're in a good playoff spot. They'll probably still have a home playoff game at this point. They just have to retain it. That's the problem. And it shouldn't even be a problem for them. They should actually do pretty well. Anyway, I'm flexing potentially out of my game. I might be going to Dunmore. I don't know yet. Western Wayne's not really that good. I'm sorry, Western Wayne, but you're not really that good right now. So maybe I'll go to Dunmore. Or maybe I'll go somewhere else. Now's your chance. Put them in the comments. What school should I go to? If I didn't go to it already and they have a home game next week, hit my line. I want to see what's up. Anyway, that's all for today. See you later.